Fix them up or tear them down. There is a push in City Council to deal with all of the nuisance properties in Albuquerque faster. News 13's Ariana Kraft joins us live downtown at Marble and 5th with that story. Ariana?
This problem property behind me has been on the city's radar since at least 2021 and is an example of what Councilor Pat Davis wants to clean up quicker.
At the end of the day, we want our city to look better. We want us to be more presentable. This is a good neighbor ordinance. It just says if you have a property, you have to keep it up.
Albuquerque City Councilor Pat Davis is introducing legislation that amends existing ordinances regarding nuisance properties. If passed, everything will be done under the city's planning department's code enforcement division.
So when the code enforcement officer goes out, they don't have to call somebody else to deal with another problem. We're going to deal with all the problems right then and there with the applicant or with the property owner so that we can get ahead of those a lot quicker.
The legislation expands the definition of public nuisance, adds civil fines, and changes the hearing and administrative appeals process.
This lets us intervene earlier with people who are just starting to have a problem. But more important, you can rack up a lot of fines really quickly under this if you are totally ignoring it, and we can still take you to court criminally if you're ignoring us.
Before the COVID pandemic, the city did an evaluation and found more than 1,200 properties that have been abandoned or become an unattractive nuisance.
It seems to be something that people just won't stay away from. None of this changes the fact that it's dangerous, and eventually it's just going to collapse on somebody, whether they're rightfully there or not. And so it does need to be torn down.
According to Councilor Davis, one of the issues with the current nuisance ordinance is that when an officer writes a citation, it has to go to court.
A city hearing officer can hear this case, propose some resolutions, and help you solve your problem within 30 or 60 days, as opposed to 90 or 180 it used to take in court. And that's a big difference if you're the neighbor waiting.
The legislation is being introduced to City Council tonight. Back to you.
Oriana, thank you. According to Councilor Davis, the goal is to get this nuisance property ordinance passed as the city budget is crafted over the next few months in case more money is needed to hire extra code enforcement as well as hearing officers.